everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel Chigozrim Ogubike TV, where we get value for our time. Today we'll be bringing something very interesting and very important for our children, for our teenagers, and also very important for parents to note. We'll be looking at dangers of not giving your children breakfast. In this video, we'll be looking at why do parents not give their children breakfast, the dangers of not giving your children breakfast, some tips on how to prepare an easy and healthier breakfast, and also some breakfast suggestions. Please, I want us to watch this video to the end, and when you watch, try and give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, and engage in this video. Thank you. All right, let's hop into this video. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Is the most important meal for every child, for every teenager. Why? Because it helps them to get the essential nutrients they need for growing in their body and in their mind. You know what happens? All through the night we have been fasting, and in the morning what happens? You break the fast. And you ask yourself, why is it that some parents don't give their children breakfast? Sometimes there are different reasons why parents don't give their children breakfast. Number one may be that they woke up late, and because of they woke up very late, they couldn't prepare breakfast, and they just send their children in a hurry to school. Number two reasons may be that the children may be picky eaters. If you give them food, they are selective, and they don't eat their food. Number three may be the routines. Early morning before you wake that child up, and the child will delay. The child will have to bathe, and the child have to wear the uniform. All those time takes a lot of time, and before you know, school time, and before you know, you send that child off to school because of the so many routines in that morning. You couldn't meet up to give that child breakfast. Number four, sometimes the child may not be hungry, and you tell the child, come and eat your breakfast. I'm not hungry. The child will not eat. Number five, the food may not be appealing. When you don't give that child appealing offers, the child may not eat that food. Number six is lack of supervision. The mother, you have placed that plate of food on that table, and you are trying to rush up and prepare other things. Maybe you have some food you are preparing to put in their lunch, and just giving them the food, and most times if you don't supervise them, they don't eat that meal. Number seven may be lack of time. The time to feed the child is not there. Number eight may be food preference. The child may want to eat this food in that morning, but you are offering another meal. And number 10, what is peculiar in our country, no provision, didn't day. When there is no provision for this food, sometimes it's very, very difficult for parents to actually give their children breakfast. However, every action has its consequences. There are dangers of not giving our children breakfast, and this is what we want to discuss. Every parent, every school owner should listen and spread this news and share this video to other people to learn. What are the dangers of not giving your children breakfast? I'll be listing 10 dangers of not giving your children breakfast. Number one is low energy. When you don't give your children breakfast in the morning, they have low energy. Food is a source of energy. It energizes them for the day. They'll become fatigued. They'll become slow. There'll be no energy. So, and research have shown that children that eat breakfast, and they are more energetic than children that don't eat breakfast in the morning, that skip breakfast. Number two, they lack concentration and focus. When you don't give children breakfast in the morning, they lack concentration. No matter what the teacher is saying that morning, they lack concentration, they lack focus. They can't pay attention. They will not be able to absorb what the teacher is saying. And most parents, we are in a hurry. We just dump our children in school. And you think when you dump them, they can't pay attention because there is no food. Their food bank is empty. They were fasting all through the night, and in the morning you've dumped them in school. They cannot concentrate, they cannot focus, they cannot assimilate what the teacher is saying, and it disrupts them. Number three, they have lower academic performance. Do you wonder why your Your child's score is low, your test score, the academic performance is low. Do you wonder why your child is having vocabulary problems? Do you know why have you wondered why your child is not good in maths, in mental tasks? Why? Simply because you're not giving your child breakfast. Research have shown that children who eat breakfast in the morning perform 3 times more than children who skip breakfast. It is very, very important for parents to start giving your children breakfast. If you're a mother and you're watching this video and you've been skipping breakfast, I want us to do something. From this session, as school is reopening, I want you to constantly give that your child breakfast. Believe you me, you come and thank me in this video. You'll say, yes, it worked. Your child's academic performance will greatly improve, that you'll be so proud of that child. Number 4 is mood and behavior. They will have a negative mood and behavior. When you don't give your children breakfast in the morning, what will they have? They have mood swing, they have anxiety, they will have a lot of behavioral problems. If you tell a child to sit down, the child cannot sit down, the child cannot obey the teacher. Why? That child have not taken a meal. That child, there is no glucose in their system. It will affect their mood, it will affect their behavior. If you know that the teachers have been complaining about your child's behavior, try giving them breakfast in the morning. Believe you me, your child's behavior will drastically improve. Number 6 is weight management. When you keep skipping breakfast for your children, sometimes when they get to eat later in the day, they eat so much food. And what happens? In most times, they begin to gain weight. So if you want to actually manage the weight of your child, try and give your children breakfast, no matter how small. Try and let something be in their stomach. Number 6 is lack of nutrient intake. There are nutrients your children should take, and breakfast, when they take breakfast in the morning, it helps them to acquire all the nutrients they need for that day. They will not have nutrient intake deficiency. Number 7, lack of energy for physical exercise. When you don't give your children breakfast, they will lack the energy for physical exercise. And you know that children, they are very active, they want to run, they want to jump, they want to play, but when you see a child always dull, if a child is always dull, come to school very dull, watch out, that child may be skipping breakfast. They cannot perform in physical exercise because they're weak. Parents, please don't throw out your child early in the morning. Personally, as a parent, it's better my children go to school late than not to give them breakfast. I don't try it. I make sure they take something in the morning. Number 8, when we don't give our children breakfast, we weaken their immune system. Their immune system is weakened. They can't fight diseases that is coming to them. But when we give them breakfast in the morning, it helps to energizes them. Their immune system is active to fight any invader, any disease that is coming to their body. Number 9 danger is they will form unhealthy habits. When you start making children skip breakfast, they think, oh, that's a normal way to skip breakfast, and you are helping them form unhealthy habits. They will have a very negative relationship with food, and which is not good for their general well-being. And number 10 is their overall health. When you constantly skip breakfast for your children, you are disposing them to a lot of metabolic conditions like heart diseases, strokes, diabetes. Parents, please try and give your children something to eat in the morning before you drop them over in school. Please, parents, I'm appealing, try and give your children something to eat. Yes, I've told you the dangers of skipping breakfast. Also, I want to let you know tips on how to prepare an easier and healthier breakfast for your children. It's not enough to complain and tell you the dangers. I also want to tell you some tips on how to prepare an easier and healthier breakfast for our children. Number 1 is to set an early bedtime. There's a popular saying that goes, early to bed, early to rise, make a child healthier, wealthier, and wise. So if you want to wake up early, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be wise, you have to sleep early. If you sleep early, you'll be able to wake up early. You make sure you try as a parent to sleep early. Also, your children should also learn to sleep early. When they sleep early, they can be able to wake up early. They can be able to have enough time for their routine activities. They can be able to have time to eat. Children, they take a lot of time to eat. So early bedtime is one of the tips. Number two tips is to have a routine, have a plan. If there's a way you can do a timetable and paste it somewhere around your kitchen, or this would be my routine, or in the breakfast, what we are going to eat. If you can do a food meal, a food plan, a food roster, and paste it somewhere, I'll tell you, believe you me, will help you a great deal. I do it in my kitchen. I have a meal roster I paste in my kitchen, and it has really been helping me for a while. I want you to try this. Number three is to plan ahead of time. Now you've done your roster, and this is what you want to prepare for the next day, for breakfast the next day. And what do? You plan ahead. Example, if you want to make a milkshake, and put fruit and milk, you can peel the fruits ahead of time and put in the freezer. You can actually plan ahead. If there are some things that will take you time in that morning, you can actually plan ahead and prepare the ingredient or prepare the food, maybe refrigerate or something. You plan ahead. Number four is to prepare the breakfast a night before. There are some things you need to prepare a night before. If there are some fruits you need to cut, if there are some things you need to prepare a night before, it's very, very important you plan ahead of time and prepare those things, so that in the morning it will be very, very easy for you. Number five, please parents, keep it simple. It's breakfast. Try and keep it as simple as possible. If it's an oatmeal you're giving them, keep it simple. When you try to do a lot of complex things, that is what may discourage us from actually giving them breakfast. It's very, very important that we keep the breakfast very, very simple, so that our children can actually have time to eat it. Number six, get the kids involved in the planning and preparation of the meal. But when you are making your roster, you can tell your children, oh, this is what I'm preparing. Get them involved. It's not that morning you say, I don't want to eat this, I don't want to eat that. Before they've discouraged you, they're not eating, and you are looking at time, you are rushing to work, and you want to go to work, you want to drop them in school and go over to your next activity. So when you get them involved in the planning and the preparation of the meal, it will help a great deal for them not to skip their meal. And finally, the seventh point is that get the family eat together if possible. Most times in the morning, if it's possible for you to have family members eat together, research have shown that when family eats together, they tend to eat more healthier meal than when they don't eat together. If it's possible in that breakfast, you can actually get your family sit together to eat. If it's a regular habit you form in your family, you realize that no child will skip breakfast. Even the adult will eat breakfast before they go out. Alright, the final point is we're going to be suggesting some breakfast meal for parents. Like I said, keep it simple. You can use cereals. We have the cornflakes, we have the golden morn, we have the Cerelac, we have the oatmeal. Each of these meals, they are age appropriate, so you look at the meal that is the cereal that is age appropriate to your child and give your child. That is what you can give. You can also give your child bread. You can put bread with margarine or mayonnaise, according to what you have, or with omelette. You can actually give your child milkshake. You can give your child fruit with milk. Maybe you grind it together and give them that morning. Is very, very healthy. You can actually give your child leftover meals. If there are some meals you cooked a night before and it's remained, you can actually package it and give it to your child. You can actually give your child boiled yam with egg omelette or fish sauce. Just try and keep it simple. You can give your child custard. Just try and keep that meal simple. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up. Mothers, I want our children to be healthy. I want them to strive very well. Please, let's strive not to miss breakfast for our children. Let us give our children regular breakfast so that they can become healthier, so that they can concentrate in school, so that they will become who we want them to be. All right, see you next time in the next video. Bye. I love you.